Thank you, Raymond, and thank you very much, everybody. Thank you again for coming and for supporting. And I want you all to join Ireland-Palestine Solidarity Campaign and be active members in solidarity for justice, freedom for Palestinian people. You have all your, in your packs, you have that membership, so, and we have it outside in the stall. So please be active and join us. Thank you again for everything. All day we've heard about the injustice and oppression facing the Palestinian people. We have also heard of the resistance and resilience of my people, and the inspiring solidarity shown by internationals with our struggle for freedom from Israeli apartheid regime. Omar has spoken magnificently for about the millionth time this week about the importance of the global solidarity of boycott, divestment, and sanction movement. To me, as a Palestinian, the BDS is so important. At least once a week I hear it. Every Saturdays on our stalls, I hear people coming to me and say, it's terrible what's happening there, but we can't do anything. No, you can. You can BDS, boycott, divestment, and sanction Israel. I'm happy to say that we are in Ireland-Palestine Solidarity Campaign. We're way back in 2005, since the BDS movement started. Probably we were the first organization in Ireland to fully support the Palestinian call for BDS. And we have been proud to be part of the movement for freedom, justice, and equality for the Palestinian people ever since. Ireland, of course, is the land that gave the world the word boycott. It is proud tradition in Irish social justice activism. Ireland is also where the Dunstores workers' anti-apartheid strike took place here, a strike in solidarity with South Africa, living under the disgusting racist regime there at the time. So the world where we were inspired, the Palestinians were inspired, I'm sure Omar is going to talk about that from that things. If you walk down Dublin's Henry Street today, you will see a plaque celebrating these workers, these strikers, the 10 young women and 1 young man of Eamon McCowell's famous folk song outside the branch of Dunstores, where the strike began in 1984, when Mary Manning refused to register the sale of 2 a span of grapefruit from apartheid South Africa. Yet, if you walk into the shop, Dunstores I'm talking about, you will more likely to find an Israeli apartheid products in the shelves. These products, we should ask the Dunstores to boycott them, and not only for yourself not to buy them, but physically take this produce and take them to the management and ask them to stop profiting from the Israeli, profiting from the injustice of the Palestinian people. This is just one ways ways that Ireland and companions based in Ireland help sustain Israel's apartheid regime, and refusing to buy products from Israel and complaining about their presence on Irish shelves to managers is just one of the ways you can do as individuals. Can help the BDS movement, of course. Israeli products, whether they are fruits, herbs, potatoes, carrots, plastic garden item, children's toys, beauty products, diamonds, or anything else, Israeli products should become as toxic to ordinary people as goods from South Africa once were. I won't bore you with a full list of the victories we have had in Ireland on the BDS front, but I will highlight just a few. I think they're really important for you to know. One in particular was the decade-long campaign against the Irish multinational CRH cement company, which was involved in building the illegal wall, settlements, and checkpoints in occupied Palestine. I'm sure lots of you remember this campaign. CRH pulled out of all of its toxic investments in the Israeli market. So congratulations to the Irish people, congratulations to Ireland-Palestine, and everybody was involved in that campaign. Another thing we can be proud of is the Derry City, of course, became the first Irish council to vote to support BDS, while just a month ago, Dublin became the first European capital city to do the same. Congratulations. Of course, there are many numbers of BDS campaigns that we could be focusing today. But as we are limited on time, energy, and resources, we have to campaign strategically for these things. That's why we ask you people, we need new blood, we need new ideas, we need people, more people to come and help and support, join Ireland-Palestine Solidarity Campaign, trade unions of Friends of Palestine, or any group, Academics for Palestine, any group who could do this work and help with the BDS movement. For the past 3 years, the IPSC has been campaigning for an end to the Irish arms trade with Israel. In fact, not many people even know that such an arms trade exists. Yet, over the past decades or so years in the Irish arms trade between Ireland and Israel is, according to government figures, worth at least 22 million, at least 16.5 million euro in imports, and at least 6.5 million euro in exports. Shocking. Despite our campaign, which has included protests, questions in the Dáil, endorsement by high-profile organizations and individuals, including around 40 members of the Irish Parliament, and the handling of 23,000 signatures from Irish people, the government has dismissed the issue out of hand. They unbelievably deny there is an Irish arms trade at all, saying that Ireland doesn't export weapons. While Ireland doesn't export bombs or bullets, the government's own figures shown an export of military components to Israel. They also claim that they cannot exclude Israeli companies from tenders for defense contracts, but surely we say there must be some ethical dimension to such purchases. Ireland should not be purchasing items marked as battle-tested on the Palestinian people. We need people to continue to lobby their local political representative and the Irish government on this issue, please. A two-way arms embargo against Israel is surely the last Palestinian call expert, at the least Palestinian call expect when that state is bombing and shooting civilians on a daily basis. A new campaign, we began to roll out focuses on the technology giant Hewlett Packard. I'm sure, of course, Eamon was Sorry about that, Ayman. Ayman was mentioned before, just mentioned in his speech. It's a spin of companies that provide technology and equipment and facilitate Israel's brutal occupation of the Palestinian people and the associated apartheid regime, war crimes, and ongoing colonization. It does this in a variety of ways, especially through its provision of technology to the Israeli military, in involvement with Israel illegal settlements and military checkpoint regime, and the development of Israel's biometric system used for population and territorial control of the civilians of the Palestinian people, both inside Israel and in the occupied Palestinian territories. We will be working with colleagues in the trade unions movement and other groups to make unions, businesses, community groups. One thing everyone in this room can do before they leave is to sign our pledge to not to buy anymore from HP. That doesn't mean you're gonna go and throw your laptop or whatever you have, a printer or whatever from HP, but it means that you taken the pledge not to buy anymore from this company until the company ends its profiting from the oppression of the Palestinian people. We will be working with colleagues in different organizations as well on the apartheid-free zone campaign. What is an apartheid-free zone? In short, an apartheid-free zone are an initiative that helps to transform local communities into spaces of solidarity with the Palestinian struggle for freedom, justice, and equality by pledging to boycott Israel and companies complicit in the Israeli human rights violation and publicly declaring themselves to be an Israeli apartheid-free zone. Businesses such as shops and restaurants, community organizations, and local councils can make an important contribution to this. So we ask you to make your home, your local cafe, bar, your local shop, your workplace, your business, your trade union, our NGO, your community group, your city or council or county council, an apartheid-free zone. Let's work together to create two apartheid-free communities as first a grassroots step towards making Ireland an apartheid-free country. The IPSC has an ongoing cultural boycott campaign in line with the Palestinian call for the cultural and academic boycott of Israel, which has seen convince a number of high-profile Irish artists to cancel shows in Israel, Irish festivals to refuse funding from the Israeli embassy, and over 560 Irish cultural workers signing the Irish Artists Pledge to boycott Israel, an initiative of Raymond Dean here. Of course, thank you, Raymond. Of course, the real victory on this front lies on the reality of any Irish artist performing in Israel or any festival accepting Israel state funding. And if you are an artist and you haven't already signed, you haven't already signed it, so please do now. There's only an ongoing campaign for boycott of Israeli academics institution, of course, being spearheaded by Academic for Palestine, which has seen over 220 Irish academics sign up to the campaign. Again, if you're an academic and you haven't signed it, please do. Israel products should sign that too, please. And what's stopping you? So do it, please. Talk to any of academics for Palestine if you want any help or any questions. Finally, we are one of the number of groups campaigning to ban settlements goods from entering Ireland. In this regard, I would like to pay tribute to the work done by our colleagues and Senator Frances Black and her team, along with our colleagues in Sadaqa, on pushing the Occupied Territories Bill in the Senate. Well done. We would ask all of you to lobby your senators and TDs, please, especially Finophile TDs, to support this bill when it comes up for the vote. Hopefully next month, maybe, I'm not sure. You can talk to Sadaqa about this. They have a stall outside. And please, they have a postcard as well, Sadaqa, today. So please sign this postcard to send it to help for this bill, please. Of course, all of this work has not come without a cost of the IPSC. We have long been in the largest single, we have been target sites of the Israeli for our work, aside from the usual slanderous attacks on the online harassments of our activists, and the Bank of Ireland closed our bank account without giving us any apparent reason. And the Israeli government has stated that it is attempting to get AIB to close our new bank account again with them. Our activists has been banned from visiting friends and families in Palestine. As Raymond said, it's a badge of honor we wear, but it affects us as well. I can't see my family anymore. This is officially in Palestine. The work we do matters, otherwise we would not be attacked in such a manner. These attacks will not stop our work, and we wear them as badge of honor, as I said, when hear from the Israeli press or Zionist lobby groups that Ireland is the most anti-Israeli country in Europe. We know that we are doing a great job. This is what we are able to do with a relatively small number of volunteer activists. Imagine what we could do with many, many more. So I urge you, don't just walk out of here today with an anger or frustration. We want you to sign and join us and help physically with us. Be part of BDS, the global BDS movement. Be part of Ireland-Palestine Solidarity Campaign for justice and freedom for the Palestinian people. So the next time someone says, but there's nothing we can do, say yes, yes, there is. Yes, there is BDS. Say yes to getting active in the global struggle for freedom, justice, and equality for my people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fatin. Our final speaker today, in fact.